Have you ever sat at a family dinner, scrolled through the news, or chatted with friends, only to hear the word Bitcoin pop up again and again? Maybe someone bragged about making a fortune with it, or another person dismissed it as just internet money. Some people say it's the future of finance, while others call it a bubble. So, what's the truth? What exactly is Bitcoin, and why is it such a big deal? That's the question we'll answer today, without the complicated tech talk. By the end of this video, you'll understand Bitcoin in simple words, so you'll never feel left out when the topic comes up. But before we get started, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this. The birth of Bitcoin. Let's rewind to 2008. The world was facing one of the worst financial crises in history. Banks were collapsing, governments were bailing them out, and people were losing trust in traditional money systems. Out of this chaos, a mysterious person, or maybe a group, using the name Satoshi Nakamoto introduced a groundbreaking idea: Bitcoin. Launched in 2009, Bitcoin was designed to be money for the digital age. Unlike traditional currency, it wasn't controlled by banks or governments. It gave people the power to send, receive, and store value on their own, directly through the internet. What is Bitcoin in simple terms? Bitcoin is basically digital money, but smarter, safer, and decentralized. Think of it like this. When you use dollars, euros, or rupees, they are issued and managed by banks and governments. Bitcoin, on the other hand, doesn't belong to any country or authority. It's powered by millions of computers worldwide, all working together to keep the system running. Bitcoin doesn't exist in physical form. You won't find coins or notes. Instead, it's stored online and recorded in a massive digital ledger called the blockchain. This makes it possible to send Bitcoin anywhere in the world instantly, without waiting days for banks or paying huge transfer fees. The blockchain. Imagine a digital record book. So, what is this blockchain everyone talks about? Let's explain it simply. Imagine a giant notebook that everyone can see but no one can erase or tamper with. Every time a Bitcoin transaction happens, it's written into this notebook. Once written, it stays there forever. This notebook is not stored in one place. It's copied across thousands of computers worldwide. This is what makes Bitcoin secure and transparent. No single person or company controls it, and no one can cheat the system. How does Bitcoin work? Here's a simple example. Suppose you want to send your friend $50 in Bitcoin. Normally, with a bank, the bank checks your balance, approves the transfer, and deducts fees. But with Bitcoin, the system itself verifies your transaction through a network of computers called miners. These miners use powerful machines to solve mathematical puzzles that confirm transactions. Once approved, the money goes directly to your friend, no bank, no middleman, and often at a fraction of the cost. Why Bitcoin is called digital gold? One of the biggest reasons Bitcoin is valuable is because of its scarcity. Unlike paper money, which governments can print endlessly, there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins, no more, no less. This limited supply makes Bitcoin similar to gold, which is rare and valuable. In fact, many investors call Bitcoin digital gold because people see it as a safe way to store wealth, especially when inflation eats away at the value of traditional money. Why people trust Bitcoin? So, why are millions of people buying and holding Bitcoin today? Here are some key reasons. Decentralization. No one person, bank, or government can control Bitcoin. Security. Transactions are encrypted and recorded permanently. Transparency. Everyone can see transactions on the blockchain. Borderless. You can send Bitcoin to anyone in the world in minutes. Store of value. Many people believe Bitcoin protects their money from inflation and government interference. How to get Bitcoin? Here's the good news. You don't need to be rich to own Bitcoin. You don't even have to buy a whole coin, which costs thousands of dollars. You can buy small fractions of it, known as Satoshis, for as little as a few dollars. Platforms like Coinbase, Binance, and Kraken allow you to buy and sell Bitcoin easily. Once purchased, you store it in a digital wallet, which is like a secure app where you keep your Bitcoin safe. Is Bitcoin safe? The Bitcoin network itself is extremely secure thanks to blockchain technology. But how safe your Bitcoin is depends on where you keep it. If you leave it on an exchange, there's a risk of hacking. That's why many serious users keep their Bitcoin in hardware wallets, physical devices that store your Bitcoin offline. Remember this golden rule. Not your keys, not your coins. If you don't control the password, private key, to your Bitcoin, then it's not truly yours. Myths and misconceptions about Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is new and different, it's surrounded by myths. Some people think it's only used by criminals. This is false. In fact, the majority of Bitcoin transactions are legal, and the blockchain is transparent. Others think Bitcoin is a scam. But Bitcoin itself is not a scam, it's a technology. The scams come from fake projects pretending to be Bitcoin. Another myth is that it's too late to invest. While Bitcoin has grown massively since 2009, many experts believe it's still in the early stages of adoption. The future of Bitcoin is no longer just an experiment. Countries like El Salvador have made Bitcoin legal tender, meaning people can use it just like dollars. Companies like Microsoft, Tesla, and PayPal have experimented with accepting Bitcoin as payment. More and more institutions are recognizing its value, and as this adoption grows, so does Bitcoin's importance. Will it become the world's main currency? No one can say for sure, but what's clear is that Bitcoin has already transformed the way we think about money. So, what is Bitcoin? In the simplest words, Bitcoin is money designed for the internet age, a decentralized, secure, and transparent way to send and store value. It's not controlled by banks or governments, it's limited in supply like gold, and it gives people financial freedom like never before. Whether you believe in it or not, Bitcoin is shaping the future of money, and understanding it is crucial in today's world. If you found this explanation helpful, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and drop a comment below. Let us know what you think about Bitcoin. Do you see it as the future of money or just a passing trend? We'd love to hear your opinion. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss more simple and powerful explanations about money, investing, and technology. Your support helps us create more content to guide you through the world of finance and opportunities in 2025 and beyond.